This is Ethi-Cool, the project by Mumbai Team 2. This is a snapshot of the framework we used for our project and the milestones we were going to take throughout the process. We also highlighted where the design intervention would take place, and this is in the process, which is the transition between each of the stages. We started with defining growth, what the drivers of growth would be, and then filters that we would keep in mind throughout the entire process. We also kept considerations in mind. And what we narrowed down to was a project where the primary objective is to expose kids of the age 5 to 12 years to value systems, children who belong to a socioeconomic class that is extremely influential and wealthy, SEC A++. The secondary objective would be to also influence their parents and caretakers, and the fallouts would be to build a value-driven community who will eventually become future leaders. The target group would be children of age 5 to 12. Here we have outlined the different influences around them, everything from technology to traveling to arts and music. In our context, we start with the small urban group, and then we observe the spread of this effect to towns, small towns, suburban environments, and rural environments. The subject matter that we would address to these children would be topics such as responsibility, respect, selflessness, integrity, and the others that are listed here. We would break them into age groups of 5 to 7, 8 to 10, and 11 and 12. And we've identified the fact that in the smaller age groups of 5 to 7, all influence is pushed to them. 8 to 10, they have a little bit more control and there's a push-pull mechanism going on. And 11 to 12, it's all pull and they are in control completely of their environment and influences. The subject matter we would address at these different stages of development is what we have highlighted in this slide. And the tone of voice of the content we established has to be very engaging, non-preachy. They should not necessarily know that they're being imbibed with all these values. It would be graphic, spread-worthy, very fun, and very cool to keep them hooked. The delivery model would include media, technologies, and skills. The media would be games, films, music, mobile apps, and the technologies would include connectivity, hardware, and software. And the skills we would need would involve child psychologists, artists, designers, writers, teachers. Essentially, the big picture we're creating here is that this individual, through this program, turns into a well-grounded, well-rounded person who in turn positively affects peers and family, and in a much bigger picture, society at large. The target personas we have are outlined here. Yash, who is a child of about 9 years old, male, lives in a very exclusive South Bombay neighborhood in a joint family environment, belongs to a family that has a huge business, about $2 million business. They're really into technology, social networking, sports, brands, labels, very bratty, short attention span, very class conscious, and needs attention and the latest material belongings all the time. The next would be his mom, Samira, again South Bombay, socialite, joint family structure, very powerful family, educated in the finest schools, into entertaining, very social, very into travel, designer labels, gourmet food, best personal training, acceptance, recognition, and that's the mother, the parent. The identity we created was an idea called Ethi-Cool, again as a play from ethics and cool. And the first storyboard we have for to start the program off would be for the younger age groups of 5 to 7, where the parents receive an email from the school that endorses this new application. They discuss it's a good idea. they download the app to their mobile devices, possibly need to train a nanny on how to use this, or a caretaker, since they're very busy and often not involved directly with the kid. The nanny assists the child in using the application. They use it together in a playgroup environment, and the child then instills the values that the app is imbibing. And he's happy and hooked, and the parents are pleased that he's learning something valuable. For a slightly older age group, we would turn this media into more of a game portal, in a gaming format. And for the 11 to 12 age groups, this would then be translated into a website where they could maybe discuss current events and morals that are happening around us in stories, play games, connect with their friends over those games, and then possibly blog about what they're learning, all on this one controlled blog site or web portal, sorry. This is a rough sketch of our business model. Again, we've discussed the same value propositions, how this can expand further, and the costs, the partners we would need, and the pricing system and the channels of distribution. So this is detailed a little bit more on this slide. So that's it from Bombay Team 2. Thank you.